So let's get in here and get that out of here. Just look at that. Tuna and broccoli pie made. Oh, it looks incredible. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a tuna and broccoli pie. You can call it a tuna broccoli bake, a tuna broccoli casserole. It's a tuna broccoli pie, simple to knock together. It's a meatless dish, so can be used for meatless Fridays or anything like that. And what we are using, a couple of tins of tuna, okay, and some potatoes. I've got the potatoes in here, I've peeled, I've cubed, and we need to boil those for mash. So a little bit of salt in there, and they are going on the flame. Okay, broccoli, which tuna and broccoli, so we have to have broccoli. Broccoli florets, I've already chopped the florets off, and I've kept the stalks for stir fry. Here's the thing with the broccoli florets, either steam, blanch or microwave. I'm microwaving. In they go. It'll be about 3 minutes, that's all. Now I had somebody the other day saying about it's unhealthy to microwave. Let's dispel the myth. If you microwave properly and you don't overcook, you actually keep more nutrients in that broccoli than you do by boiling. It's as simple as that. That's why restaurants use microwaves as well when they are cooking. You know, you get the best quality. So that's going in the microwave, 3 minutes. Now I will add that the microwave here is only 700 watts. I actually think it's 800, but you know, they say 700. Anyway, 700 watts, 3 minutes. If you have a microwave that's blasting it out at 1200 watts, you might only need to do 2. Just watch it in the microwave. Okay. Whoo-wee. That's our broccoli. Broccoli-fied. It's been in the microwave, it's cooked. Let's just keep that to one side. Now we're opting for a small pan here, and we're opting for a couple of tablespoons of butter in there, and we are going to toast some breadcrumbs. We're going to make butter breadcrumbs for one side of our pie. We're going to do it 2 ways, so I'll show you both ways, and it's entirely up to you which side that you would like to make when you make it. So just watch your flame on this one. It doesn't have to be too hot. We're not trying to brown the butter as such, we just want to melt it in the pan. That'll do nicely. And then we want to go in there with a cup of breadcrumbs. Give it a little stir around. So that's got all that lovely butter soaked up already, look. Now flame not too high at all. In there with a little bit of seasoning. Now it's season of choice and actually seasonings of choice. So we're going in with a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. Just give that a little stir. And just a little bit of garlic powder. So we're just going to give that a little mix in. Now you can have mixed herbs, anything like that, but what I would recommend is add the mixed herbs when you use it as a topping. Don't put it in now. All we're trying to do now is get the breadcrumbs soaked up with that butter and that tiny bit of seasoning, and if we can just dry it a little bit in there, that would be perfect. Now you could do this in the oven. I can't, I'm using an air fryer. It will blow this all over the oven. I'm not using it, but you could put it on a baking tray in an oven, no fan, and dry them out. Also, you can turn this into Parmesan breadcrumbs, but I wouldn't recommend putting the Parmesan in. It'd sticky it all up with the melted Parmesan. What I would recommend is Let this go cold, mix it with Parmesan, and then put it on your pie or whatever you're going to be using it with. And then obviously the Parmesan melts in with it on the topping. And then you're not struggling to put melted cheese clumps on anything, you know. That's job done on that. Flame off. And we're just going to put that to cool. Okay, a nice quick cheese sauce. Nothing stressful about it. A couple of tablespoons of butter in there. A little bit of melt on there. Now for this we are just going to use cheddar. You can use any cheese you like. You put Parmesan in, anything, up to you. But we'll use cheddar, just make a cheddar sauce today. Probably put some Parmesan over the top actually, but anyway. So we've got some butter going on there, look. In with, oh that's a heaped one. In with a couple of tablespoons of flour. Just give that a little whiz. Now don't stress about your milk going in bits. Chuck in what milk you want to be using and just start whisking. Now, because we're making a cheese sauce that I like, we are going in there with a teaspoon of English mustard, a little bit of pepper, salt and pepper to taste, entirely up to you, only a little bit of salt. All you've got to do is just give it a little stir and it's going to thicken. There's no lumps in there, look. This is where everybody gets full with making a white sauce. They think you have to add a bit at a time. You can chuck it all in, it doesn't matter. This is, look, this is thickening quite nicely. And now we want to make that a cheese sauce. So I'm going to dump all that in actually. Keep that for the pie. So just melt that in there. Oh, fantastic. And there we have a fantastic lump 3 cheese sauce done. That is it. Finished. Potatoes, mash them any which way that you normally do. In there with a little bit of butter. In there with a little splashing of milk. Tad of salt. Some black pepper. And give it a mashing. Now this is sour cream. I like a little touch of sour cream in my potatoes. Optional. That'll do. Going in there with some freshly chopped parsley. So in we go, get that mashed in there. That's our bit of flavouring on the top of our mashed potato top. Fantastic. Okay, oven on 180. Boom, off we go. Right, let's get this together. Our broccoli in there. Okay, a little bit of sauce. Little mix in. Get your broccoli out there like that. Now we're coming in there with our tuna. Now we've only got a couple of tins of tuna here. Obviously you can use as much as you want. Now I flake this up with a fork. So some of it's actually broken up. But you know, some of it's still in chunks, look. Want a little bit more of our sauce. Okay, get that sauce spread over the top of there. Just a little bit of cheese in there. We want a little bit of a cheesy layer. Now if you had Parmesan, put that in as well. You know, Parmesan's quite a lot stronger than the cheddar, unless you can get a strong cheddar. And then we're going on there with our pie topping, our mashed potato. Take a fork and just work it to the edge. It doesn't matter if it bubbles over. You know, this is why we've got it on a tray as well. I must emphasize every time we do anything like this, stick it on a tray. You can soak the tray, but it's a heck of a job to soak your oven if it all bubbles out. And it will bubble over. It's got to do, it's fluid. Fluid and heat is coming up. We are going on there with half our breadcrumbs. We're going to split this. Now I'm just using my hands, you can use a spoon. I just want to guide that in there. Some cheese. Want a little bit on that one, and we want a little bit on that one. Now we've got a little bit of grated Parma. We had it left over from the other day. So I'm going to put that on this one, like that. And then we're going to put some on this one, like that. So there's not much Parmesan actually. It's just give it that extra cheesy flavour on the top. That in the oven 20 to 25 minutes. That's good enough for me. Let's have that out of there. Just leave it to cool 10 minutes. Okay, I think we should be cool enough to cut that. Obviously we've got two sides to this, so I'm going to actually cut there straight through this way. And we're going to come through there as well. A little bit of an uneven cut, but let's not worry about that. Now it's a little bit uneven, but we want to showcase the crispy bit on there and that bit there, because it's too different. So let's get in here and get that out of here. Just look at that. Tuna and broccoli pie made. Oh, it looks incredible. All we got to do now is get dug in. Are we ready for this one? Oh, we got tuna, we got that creaminess in there. We got that broccoli. And look, the broccoli has still got a little bit of firmness to that. That is still firm. We've got our cheesy mash, and we've got our cheesy mash with breadcrumbs on there. And it is just a preference. It's whatever you like. Cheddar mash is wonderful. Cheddar mash, but elevated with those breadcrumbs and a little sprinkling of seasoning in there and baked. It has that crunch. There's a fantastic flavour through there. That is the one to go in my opinion. However, let me know in the comments below, which one do you like? So that is tuna and broccoli pie made if you like what we're doing. Big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, catch you in the next video. Crunchy.